Hi everyone. Once again, I want to thank you for your support in acquiring the works from the Grimoire Guestia collection, which includes the sequence of 72 diamonds names, as well as the Grimoire Varium Carpinicum collection, which has already yielded over 100 videos on just a few demon names, most of which are described in the 4th volume called Forgotten. Remember that demons are the Greek name for foreign gods, so their good and evil lies in whoever uses them, not the demons themselves, who fulfill the requests of those who call upon them. So I reiterate that there is really a lot of material, content and activities to spare for you to set up your coven, cave, sect, or even a left-wing religion. And all with a lot of interactivity. In the first volume, Introduction, there are many options for individual development in magic, so that, after getting to know individual techniques and practicing magic solo, you can adapt these techniques to each diamond with whom you will operate in the other 3 volumes, High Hierarchy, Low Hierarchy, and Forgotten. Just to give some example of activities in the Introduction, there is guidance for working with sigils, offerings, altars, oils, incense, candles, herbs, prayers, talismans, enhancements, magic knots, hands of glory, dolls, pacts, imps, crossroads, etc. In case you organize your coven, cave, sect, or even a left-wing religion, it is great content to train new neophyte people so that they enter the group with a lot of experience. And the good thing is that by working with the other books from the same collection, you will expand all the learned techniques far beyond the manual and adapt them to any and every name with which you will operate, each with activities consistent with its lines of action. I am deeply grateful to all those who choose to either buy or borrow my ebooks through Kindle Unlimited. Although it may seem that we authors don't earn anything from it, the more people rent and read our ebooks, the more we get paid. Of course, if you rent and return the book without reading it, neither you nor us authors will earn anything. Since I now offer ebooks exclusively through KDP, you can access my works and those of many other authors who offer their books through the same system by paying a fixed monthly fee. In any case, several works that were previously only available in print have been converted into ebooks and are now available for you to borrow through Kindle Unlimited. You can keep these ebooks on your Kindle until you return them along with others from other authors. Before you buy my books or those of other authors, you can read the material to see if you like it. The good thing is that Kindle Unlimited has a limit of 20 ebooks that you can keep on your account, but it's infinite when you return one and borrow another. Of course, you can do this exchange by paying the current monthly fee. At the end of the month, you pay for a new month and get another month to borrow new ebooks. Remember, the monthly fee is for borrowed new ebooks, and you can take as long as you want to read an ebook without having to return it, even if your subscription is no longer active. I really need to release the ebook version of Grimoire Necronomicon, but I will do it with the same structure of pacts, well summarized, or it will turn out to be a very heavy material. I've acquired more material to enrich the practice, and I will have to release the second edition in Portuguese along with it. But let's go. Today's video is longer than usual, but for a good reason. In addition to dealing with a name that was only timidly addressed in the Abramelin Sacred Magic of Holy Guardian Angel, which doesn't exist in Theodore Rose's Lucifer and Hidden Demons, and I'm offering guidance that neither Abramelin nor his book provided in that time. So, following the example of the Pathworking ebook for the Abramelin Standard in Portuguese, Spanish, and English, I'm offering a new, unprecedented activity for you to enjoy even more the practice material of the pathworking you have already acquired. As proposed in the ebook, you can find it here.
Chaos Magic Time.
Beforehand, just to explain why I haven't made any videos about Necronomicon Grimoire yet, I only published last week's video in English and Spanish today. So I had to wait for their release to start activities or guidance on the Necronomicon Grimoire, in addition to the pathworking videos. As I acquired the replay material translated into Portuguese, I will have to add the original, which was already very complete. Please be patient, because books with content are not made overnight. Once again, I repeat that the Necronomicon Grimoire is another one of the books that I offer on Amazon. Increasingly happy with the result of my exclusive dedication to this platform, one of the largest sales centers of the world, not because they acquired all companies like Meta mistakenly does and break everything associated with this brand, but because Amazon has become a reliable sales platform over time and with great prices, including for all companies that work on that platform, despite of the vast and growing competition. When I exclusively dedicated myself to offering books and ebooks through them, I confess that I was afraid of not being able to increase sales to the wonderful level that I had at Editora Box 2, but I am increasingly surprised by the growth of my participation since I started paying attention to the foreign language audience. Look, I recommended this same attitude to all authors of content books. Just to differentiate, game books and blank diaries are called low content. Low content has a lot of competition and needs to invest heavily in promotion to recover the investment. But let's go. Although the return of investment in content books takes a while until you become a recognized person in what you do, this research shows many things about you, which I will point out. There are only 5 advantages that you will have when writing your work. 1. It shows that you are a person with the willpower to write a book with special content on what you know or how to do, or on the subject you know about. Even if you never show yourself in any promotion, it shows that you are not a shy person for showing what you know and expose in the way you know how to express yourself. This is very important today in people who only copy and paste everything. 3. Since you write about the subject that you really love, when you develop in this path, you will take this book and or ebook as your business and card wherever you go in this world, even if you work professionally in another segment exclusively or also. 4. You can always publish new editions to improve your work, meaning it is not a sentence that will hang you for life. 5. People with similar knowledge or affinities will approach you, greatly facilitating your development in this segment. Of course, I remember those who seek success through the book they write without investing heavily in promotion that success is not overnight, but when you start taking the correct actions, a result reflects every small change you make. The Brazilian audience for non-technical topics is different. In fiction, there are still many people teleguided by what others indicate, while topics related to opinions and beliefs, the audience is extremely segmented. For experience, it seems that many people who had already acquired my works from the old publisher with whom I worked have accepted to switch to buying my works from the current KDP publisher. I confess that I was concerned that people would not adapt to the exclusive credit card sales, but with the option to pay by debit card if they want to pay upfront, it has been much easier for them at their Brazilian branch. I also worried about the high shipping cost for large books, but when comparing the same cost of works with the same dimension with over 600 pages of A4 size, I found that the cost of shipping from Brazilian publisher was similar to the cost of shipping from KDP via Amazon, even if the printed work comes from abroad. Since the print quality is usually very good, it is worth investing in the same way. I really don't see any reason why people should not buy my book, as I have set the prices much lower than what they would pay for ebooks on Hotmart and other sales platforms for charge much higher prices due to their resale structure among their subscribers. So, if possible, please explain to me what factor is making it difficult for you to buy my works via email at tesademurbax@gmail.com. And I thank you. Today's topic will be the diamond of code 8.05. The activity for today is fascinating and will benefit your personal temple, which is your body, to activate your personal energies. This time, the suggestion is for you to work with your chakras. I know that many people who do not work with them think that is a simplistic, esoteric activity, but they are the keys to operating everything you want and need within yourself. This is because the suggestion goes beyond the common 7 chakras and suggests that you use up to 12.
What is the name of today's activity?
The activity that I will share with you today is unpublished in the ebook and book Abramelin Pathworking Magic, and I name it Meditation of the Chakras.
What is it?
Our real temple of magic that we always carry with us wherever we go is our body. By accepting this, you will begin to open your real internal temple, which you can use to explore all energies for the realization of your will. Even in activities that involve the astral realm, your personal temple is where the interaction between your will and the universe takes place. It is through the chakras that your energy will manifest in the world, the universe, and on all planes. However, when we are born and grow up, no one gives us a manual of how to operate and open our chakras one by one completely. Even after the 8 chakras, they are rarely explored by us humans. So now that this learning only has a starting date, and there will always be room for you to develop the use of your chakras. But every progress you make on this path means that you are primarily conquering your body, your personal temple. As a result, opportunities will open up for you to develop. There are so many that it is not up to me to outline how, when, and where they will manifest in your life, but you will learn through your results.
But how can this pathworking influence something within me?
This is the initial purpose of pathworkings, to open personal knowledge by walking your own path. Like our religions and practice that use pathworking, we know that at best we will have a map, but the map is not the path. Even with these 3D technologies, the increasing computerization of our reality, the change in the world around us is constant. So even by following the map described on a 3D map, there will still be surprises, as many maps and digital devices used by vehicles have witnessed outdated information. It is precisely in these surprises that you will gather teachings. Thus, in the same way that you have developed your will to walk the path, or precisely what would be the translation of pathworking, by developing your abilities towards your goals, opportunities for your success will also open up. This is where opportunities arise in your life simply by accepting them and, of course, overcoming the obstacles that will always exist.
What are the chances of success for this activity?
It depends. Due to the limits of your success as you accept your development in each energy, line in each chakra that you focus on, each development occurs gradually. aware that you need to develop its use through experience, not just by reading a ready-made manual. Thus, it is experience that brings excellence. So your success will be gradual as you dedicate yourself to practice to develop all the points you need to develop. And even if you develop the knowledge of one or another chakra, this does not mean that a single chakra will be the magic wand in which you can perform activities for any purpose. There will always be a need to develop other chakras.
How can a chakra open up opportunities in the material world, assuming that operating chakras involves operating energies?
As magic can be defined as the use of energies to achieve our will, the way this will happen will also be in the field not palpable by our senses. This means that the material world is just one aspect of the entire reach that magic reaches. In fact, as we remember, before electricity was used commercially, it was a manifestation of the gods. Rain was also a manifestation of the gods a long time ago. Only when magic became science did we mainly dedicate our childhoods to learning the things that science has already signed off on. The rest, even what happens in our physical world, but science cannot explain, is magic. Note that illusionism is a circus art, a dramatization that fits well with the terms magicians for these professionals. But of course, in a short video, it is not possible to bring any example of magic here because, unlike science that offers ready-made theories for everything it includes, magic requires development, and the result is not necessarily the same and to the same extent for all practicing people. Even because through pathworking and also with your chakras, each person will bring different results according to their characteristics.
What is the relationship between the chakras and my holy guardian angel?
As previously highlighted, your body is your true temple. Therefore, the way in which any guidance from your AGA or your holy guardian angel will act in your life will be through your temple. Yes, if you want, you can interpret your life as magic by accepting the continuous actions of your will and your magic. Thus, as you have the seed of your magic manifested by your will, by acquiring knowledge of how to operate your chakras, your magic may develop, perhaps even in fields where you never imagined acting before. The AGA relates to your chakras precisely by the self-knowledge that you develop, knowing your limits and when you can express them. That's it, folks. This activity can be done anywhere, as long as you have the conditions to relax and execute it. It will be the result of your development with meditation. I know that in our increasingly fast-paced society, the rate of anxiety is increasingly undermining people who seek to develop their concentration, but that's precisely where there is a field to improve. As you define how and where you need to develop, to reach your success requires that you practice as much as possible. This video was not very long, but anyway, but for those who can help me abroad by also acquiring the ritual notebooks, they are pocket-sized notebooks with blank or lined pages related to Guaxia to keep writings exclusively for magic, while at the same time serving as a portal for pathworking on the cover, thus already providing a resource for your activities in this pattern. Just search for Notebook and Tessa de Murbox to find these pocket books, each with the seal of one of the 72 demons of Guaxia on the cover. So thank you for your presence, and I wish you a great week. Big hug. Went!